The joke should be they invite Estonians, other Estonians to share the lunch.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the one other thing that is good in Estonia is the attitude how we pronounce the very easy word, why not? In most of the countries, like in Germany and Sweden, some new project is started with the bank or the government. There's 10 people saying why not, but we say why not.
Does anybody can pronounce that in German?
Warum nicht?
Yeah, there we go.
And this has been the big change that happened in the beginning of the 90s. And I was thinking back myself in the Estonian saving bank, I was head of the electronic banking and the retail division. We brought to the market debit cards, credit cards, internet bank, and 96 already the PIN calculator with the 2K, whatever signature was brought in there with our IT director. It was 96, and that was the younger generation age of 25 and 8, because we didn't know why not. We just wanted to do it. And I think the same attitude has now moved towards the startup companies, that instead of saying why should we not do it, it's why not to do it. And that's, I think, the nature there, that if you can get even more people out from those regular companies, then they hire young people maybe from outside, and those people have the same questions in the startup environment.
Do you think the entrepreneurial community in Estonia has been benefited from the relative lack of, relative absence of a single large tech company besides Skype, which of course wasn't very large at the beginning? I'm thinking in contrast to Finland and Sweden, which historically had this big company named Nokia, this big company named Ericsson that university graduates could almost be guaranteed to have a job back in the day, no longer, which I think may have contributed to relative complacency about innovation and entrepreneurship among young people. And do you think it was that Estonia had an advantage because there wasn't a Nokia or a Skype or a Ericsson around?
I think we need a hope as well. I think the Finnish government was smart enough because Nokia, I think in Finland there was a strategy made, life after Nokia. And everything was still very good. There was already strategy discussions, life after Nokia. I think we deserve also now the strategy discussion, life after Skype. Because the nice guys of Robin Hood has been sold to Nottingham Sheriff and Microsoft, and this army is now working in another direction there. But life after Skype is that is happening now in this scene here, happen in the next coming years. And I see that it's going to be helpful if we don't think about those big legends more than just the nice stories that we concentrate on the news stories.
I mean, for Estonia, it's many of the people, because of the history, are still kind of anti-establishment. So, you know, the Skype story is a nice marketing vehicle for younger companies, but I feel that Estonians could carry on and work for smaller companies, establish smaller companies, and be a thriving economy anyhow. So perhaps this whole notion about having a very big name or a big organization, there's actually a company called Playtech in Estonia, which has as much as engineers as Skype does, but nobody knows about that. So it might be. Yeah, they have the backend software for online casino. So maybe there is no need for that kind of a Nokia. Maybe the whole thing is the Estonian culture as itself. This is a small, Estonia is smaller than Nokia, right? And Nokia used to be, kind of. It's just a thought.
No. Again, you take a comparison. Several years ago, the French government tried to modify the labor laws to allow the younger workforce to have more opportunities. And there were big demonstrations by the young people against the law. And we in the United States took particular note of the interviews that were held with young people while they were protesting what they wanted. Their vision was, I'd like to have a government job. You know, and of course in Silicon Valley, there are government jobs, but the people that we're talking about in the community here is not based on working with the government at all, and we're very much an anti-establishment in that sense. But I'm not sure that that's universal around the world. And so that the reason for my question was as a young country, relative the history of the present Estonia as a young country, not historic Estonia that goes back, decades, generations, and centuries, but the present Estonia, that the president embodies, and all the things that you've done since you broke away from the Soviet Union. By leaping ahead, because the infrastructure just wasn't there, and rejecting the legacy telephone system from Finland. That's a really interesting story.
I read a book that was written that there's a percentage of entrepreneurial people in every society actually reading them. It's about only like 2 to 5% only. The question is how you can forget how you can make other people who are beside this 5% still believe they could be entrepreneurs. I think that it has to be fun. And what I think the society can do is to, first of all, to not punish for the failures, and secondly, to really, the CEOs and the management of companies must create this company that's for fun. It has to be fun to lead. It doesn't have to be hard trying to do the job. And I think many young people understand that even if you're not entrepreneurial, you're not ready to take all the fights and those failures, you can still join entrepreneurial teams and to open that skills inside yourself, even if it's easy.
So we got a few more minutes that we're going to ask the audience for questions, but I'm going to ask each of you in turn to talk about, not about what your company is doing, and not about what each of you are doing, so you can't comment about anybody who's here. Start with you, Mike. If you had to look out into the future and think about some opportunity that's worth pursuing that you thought would be a game changer, that you're not doing and not these guys are doing, that could happen because the infrastructure is there in Estonia to do it, what would it be? Would it be, 3D printing? Would it be some form of robotics? Would it be sending Estonian astronauts into space with Skype phones?
I think Estonia has a great history of incredible cryptography, great, brilliant academics. And I think one of the last problems in cloud computing is to be able to put your data in the cloud and run applications on it while it's still encrypted. This is a concept called homomorphic encryption. And so I think if Estonia put its resources together and try to crack that problem, and they are, then that could be a huge opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would agree with Mike. There is significant, well, Estonia and this story so far has been that we are very good at optimization of things. Partially